Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. Hoping you're doing well. I'm doing okay. I can't complain. And if you're an existing member, thank you so much for staying around and making sure that our family is growing. If you're a new member, you're welcome and karibu sana. Karibu means you're welcome in Swahili. So today today the topic will be fibroids and pregnancy. This topic is very sensitive, and it's very sensitive, and it's also very important. So guys, please grab your drink because we are going to be learning something here. So what I will say is I'm not a doctor, and what the content here is all about my personal experience, research that I have made, and learned through reading, research, and everything. But I am not a doctor. That's a disclaimer. So we're going to discuss about we're going to talk about fibroid. What is fibroid? What is it? Fibroids, most fibroids happen they happen to women. Yeah. So it is a cancerous growth that develop around the womb. Yeah. It's not very clear what really causes fibroids, but one of the reasons, just you being like me, probably. I know I have different followers, but you being an African, you are prone to having fibroids. That's one of the reasons. Another reason fibroids can be caused by being overweight, obese. Also, it can be caused by an empty womb for a long time. Like if you haven't given birth, like your womb have never carried a child. But again, there is no specific cause for fibroids. Yeah, remember that the content is from my research, it's from my personal experience, and it's from what I've gathered through my experience. So the symptoms of fibroids, they are heavy bleeding, very heavy. They are also painful. Yeah, so it's very important as a female. If you feel that your body is changing, yeah, if you used to have probably a shorter period, which is like 2 days, 3 days, and now it's going to 7 days, or your period have changed to be very painful, then it's very important it's important you know your body so that you know when it changes. Yeah, that's very important. So one of the symptoms is heavy and painful periods. The second one is abdominal pain, and lower back pain. So many things can cause lower back pain, but that's also a symptom for fibroids. Frequent or need to urinate. This is it's a symptom for fibroid, but it can also be a symptom for pregnancy. It can be a symptom for infections, but it is given as a symptom for fibroids. Another one is discomfort or pain during sex. So those are the symptoms. We've tackled the symptoms, and the topic of today being fibroids and pregnancy. So when you know your body, yeah, when you know your body, when you already know your body and the changes, chances are before pregnancy, you might have known that you have fibroids, which is very important. And in my case, that's what happened. Before I got pregnant with my last baby, I already knew I had fibroids. And because of that, I was able to give my doctor, my midwife, my personal, the information I already had. And that changes everything about your pregnancy, you having fibroid. So what changes when you are pregnant? I will say, for example, if you're a normal pregnancy in UK, you will get 2 scans. Yeah, and that is a scan, 12-week scan, that is to estimate the delivery, and the 20-week scan, which is to check the growth of the baby, something like that. But if you have fibroids or any other medical condition, then you have to, they have to plan for your birth, for your pregnant, for you to a plan to carry you through the pregnancy. So what happened, I did have at least 7 scans through the pregnancy, and this was because of the worry. What fibroids do, fibroids might increase in size and the baby, making the baby not grow. Yeah, so when your tummy is going up, so it's very important that we know if it's the fibroids growing big, or it's the baby, if the baby is safe. That's one thing. So the second thing they keep an eye on is the fibroid can grow so big that it blocks the vaginal, where the baby is supposed to come out from in a normal delivery. So in that case, if that happens, then they know that you are a CS person or CS patient. So they have to plan ahead for that. So that's why they need to keep an eye for that. Another thing, there's a risk of premature labor if you have fibroids. There's a risk for miscarriage between 0 to 23 weeks. There's a risk of miscarriage around there. So that's why I'll keep insisting. It's very important as females, we know ourselves, we know our body, so that in case of change, then you are able to know what is normal for you, what is abnormal, and you're able to check in with a GP or a doctor. So the major thing a fibroid can cause is infertility. Fibroids can cause infertility, and if they cause infertility, that means you might have difficulties conceiving, or it might make it, I would say, more or less impossible for a lady to conceive. Yeah, if you have submucosal fibroid, it may block fallopian tube, and that's what makes it hard for some ladies to conceive. Yeah. Also, another impact of having fibroids is it can be dangerous during the delivery, because, like I said, it can block the way out of the baby. And also, from experience, it can interfere with your contractions. So, because by the last stage, when you're giving birth, the contractions are supposed to be very, very coming back and forth, so that the baby can be pushed out, but it can slow down that process, which again can be dangerous to both mom and the baby. Yeah. So I know you'll be asking, or you might ask, so what happens? So if you've learned you have if you have these symptoms and you feel you're not okay, please contact your GP. What the GP or the doctor will do, they will send you for a scan, for an ultrasound. And after that, if it's confirmed that you have fibroids, then you're going to be sent to a gynecologist, and you are going to discuss your further tests will be carried, and your way forward will be discussed, because there is methods for treatment. Yeah, because some fibroids appear and disappear depending on what is causing them. Yeah, what I mean is, there is, some fibroids are caused by, not caused, but sometimes they appear when you're pregnant, and they disappear completely after pregnancy. So I would say it's a journey. The doctors will not rush to take you for surgery unless the fibroids are ruining your life. Yeah, you cannot go on with your daily activities. That's when they might end up taking you for surgery, probably for hysterectomy, probably for basically removing them. But because there is risk of when it's not removing them, or surgery is not the permanent solution for them, sometimes you might go for the surgery and they reappear again, and that's why it takes time for them to decide to take you for surgery. And it's also very important that they try all the risks, or they try all the it's an aeroplane, it's gone. Yeah, it's important they try all the possible things that can reduce them or make your life comfortable. And mostly it's they will tell you to change your diet, they'll tell you to lose some weight, they will advise you on so many things, so that they first try that, and then they see what will go on. So guys, we've covered that. I thought it's a good topic to mention, because it's very, very important that as ladies, we know ourselves and we take care of ourselves. And by understanding ourselves, we tend to know what is normal and abnormal, and it's tackled earlier before there's major complications. So I would conclude there. And please, if this is your type of content, please remember to comment, remember to subscribe, and if you like it, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends. And you know what, guys, remember, do you're doing great. If you're a mommy, if you're if you're expecting, or if you are hoping to be a mom one day, or if you at the moment going through this topic, the fibroid thing, please take heart, be hopeful. It is all possible. Let me see you in the next one. Bye bye.